India's coronavirus death toll has now passed the 250,000 mark. The variant, believed to be responsible, is spreading across the globe. India now accounts for every third COVID-19 death in the world. More than 4,000 deaths reported in the past 24 hours. Around 350,000 new infections added in the same period. In terms of total infections, only the United States has registered more than India. Indian doctors are also treating an infection that few people are talking about. It's sometimes known as the black fungus. Some COVID-19 patients have been developing this rare and potentially fatal infection. Let's get some more with Dr. Bharat Pankania, a senior clinical lecturer at the University of Exeter Medical School in the UK. Doctor, thanks so much for taking the time. Tell us about this disease in particular.
So it's very unfortunate that we are now seeing cases of mucormycosis, which is this black fungus you refer to, and it is very, very invasive, and it invades the nose, eye, back of the throat area. And the case fatality rate is 50%. What is happening is probably an element of a perfect storm. The COVID disease upsets your immune system. On top of that, we have many immune suppressed Indians, diabetes, HIV, those sort of things. And then finally, to make matters worse, a lot of these Indians are treated with polypharmacy and a lot of steroids or immune suppression drugs. And as a result of steroids, immune suppression drugs, diabetes, COVID disease, we're now seeing this mucormycosis infections.
Have you heard of these cases appearing anywhere else in the world, or is it because of what you're describing to us, underlying conditions and then a specific treatment that people in India are getting for COVID-19?
So we haven't had big clusters of mucormycosis in other parts of the world, but that is not to say it hasn't occurred. It's almost a case of if you look, you will find it.
What about the variant that the WHO 24 hours ago changed its classification to being one of global concern? It now being discovered in 44 countries, do we know, is it that strain that might be producing this condition, the black fungus?
No, I don't think it is related to the strain. It's more a case of COVID-19 infection from any variant, because that infection per se upsets your immune system. And then on top of that, if you've got diabetes, immune suppression, and you're given a lot of steroids, there's a possibility of acquiring this mucormycosis infection.
Doctor, as always, really appreciate it. Thank you so much indeed. Dr. Bharat Pankania in the UK.